So it's beginning to feel like the first installations of Tesla Supercharger MagicDock that we saw earlier in February at about a dozen locations in New York and California were probably a pilot program to make sure that Tesla had a chance to work out all the kinks.
Now Tesla MagicDocks have been spotted in Texas at the East Chase Fort Worth Supercharger location near Arlington, Texas.
And it appears that Tesla or its electrical installation crew brought a Ford F-150 Lightning over for testing.
This MagicDock location is now officially listed on Tesla's website maps as open to non-Tesla vehicles.
See, it has a slightly different icon there, little lightning bolt with like the Wi-Fi lines on either side. That means it's a non-Tesla friendly site.
Interesting. So what does this mean? Because, I mean, Ford and GM and all these other car companies are moving to NACS, or the North American Charging Standard. I feel like all these EVs that don't have NACS are going to be as outdated as, say, you know, the Nissan Leaf is, where they're going to have this port that nobody uses. So, but I guess the question though is like, why is Tesla making more MagicDock ports?
Part of me feels like they were doing this MagicDock thing as part of their negotiations with Ford and GM and others when they were talking to them about NACS. And I think they were going to be like, well, hey, if you don't want to use NACS, we can just go ahead with the MagicDock. I don't really know if this is to get the federal money, because currently in federal law, it has to be open to all cars. And so I think this is how they're going to do that. I think for the time being, they're going to keep putting MagicDock in at some locations to get those federal checks. I don't know, though. What do you guys think?
Well, like you're saying, it could be used as a bit of a bargaining chip. I mean, one of the biggest reasons why Ford finally went along with Tesla was that they were able to go through the Ford app in order to use a supercharger station. Whereas I'm sure Tesla would prefer you to use the Tesla app, where they can advertise to you about like, hey, you could buy a Tesla. Do you want to buy a Tesla? Every single time you plug in. And I'm sure that Ford and all the other car manufacturers don't want that to happen. But if Tesla is going to have a MagicDock, they don't need to work with any of the other car manufacturers. Right. They can just say, oh, you don't want to join NACS? That's fine. We're just going to be advertising directly to all your consumers who want to use the best network in North America.
That's a really good point. There's still a couple of years before Fords and GMs and so forth can use Tesla superchargers, but every MagicDock station that opens, you can use immediately.
And as far as I know, you have to get the Tesla app to use the MagicDock stations
Correct.
At the moment.
Right.
Which means that Ford is kind of out of luck.
Hey, everybody. Thanks so much for watching Now You Know Clips.
You can watch full episodes of Tesla Time News on Tuesdays and in-depths on Fridays. Just click the link down below and head over to the Now You Know channel.